Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be checking out the newest episode of Bleach Thousand Year Blood War Arc. Very excited to get into this episode. This will also be the final episode that I have seen previously before in the theaters. Going forward from episode 4 onwards will all be blind reaction. Besides, I am a manga reader as well, so I know about maybe half of the content that will be upcoming, but I imagine just with the amount of chapters left to adapt and the amount of episodes we have left, there's at least a couple episodes worth of brand new content going to be introduced. So I'm very excited and just to see how things have switched up and whatnot. So I will give you a perspective as a manga reader, but also someone who did see it in the theater as well for this episode. But other than that, I don't want to waste any more time and hop right into this episode. If you're new to my channel, this is more of a watch along than a straight up reaction, so you can see it blurred behind me and read the subtitles below me, but if you'd like the audio and or full video, you can sync up with your own copy of the episode. I'll give us a countdown and we can hop right into this episode. Let me just pull up my timer. 3, 2, 1, start. Alright, we should be good. Yeah, I'm very excited for this episode. I remember, I think, seeing on Twitter, like, some people consider this, like, the weakest animation or something like that, but I vividly remember this being so awesome. Let me just, make the subtitles a bit larger for you guys. Kenpachi waking up, and then into the opening. I've noticed one thing compared to the theater experience, I've talked about it a little bit, but the structure of these episodes works so much better as episodes rather than like the forced together like theatrical movie. Well, that was like one of my favorite theater experiences I'll probably ever have in my life. Um, I do think the episodes flow a little bit better as episodes. 'Cause I noticed throughout watching that movie that there was, like, weird cuts and, like, it didn't flow super well, but individually, the episodes flow super well. My girl Orihime, this is the episode I was talking about last week, though, of, uh, them adapting her moment from the manga and expanding and just highlighting it so well. I'm so excited. 'Cause I've watched since, the first 2 episodes have come out, I've probably watched, like, fucking 5 to 6 times. Is actually being able to break them down, and rewatch them is very nice because I loved seeing them in the theaters, but it was, sad not being able to go back through and, like, check all the little details out. Alright, let's get it. The opening song has grown on me a lot as well. I liked it originally, but it's growing a little bit more and more on me every die for me. Power of rejection, huh? Overpowering. Good rebound block. God, just getting tossed around. The same powers flow. Trying to get into her head, which is honestly probably really smart because her mental state does affect her powers as well. Good catch. Oh, man. God, I fucking love her so much. God, just the mere human. Yeah, she is straight up. I love the double shield. Oh! What? I love the way she's, like, forcing her way up through, I would assume that's just his spiritual pressure being crushed by it. Such hubris, huh? The world itself, he has absorbed the linchpin of the world. Them as I please. And this added form is so fun. Yeah, because Yuha is just using the Soul King's power, and this is much more Yuha's eldritch being power that he has. I Good shield. Contradiction. Oh, so I love the way Iryu uses his abilities and then reforming it back into a more condensed shield. Oh, dude, the use of like the camera work in CG is so fun every time. Big attack. That twitch in his eye. Oh, that sound. The very thing. Focus on them still as well. Oh, God. I think some of this dialogue was in the manga, but the way they expanded on it, especially when they're gonna talk about Ichibe in a little bit, chef's kiss. Oh, it's crazy to me that we only saw this attack one time in the manga, and we've seen it so many times now. You understand everything. He did gain the everlasting memories. This is what the Squad Zero sacrifice part as well. Worthy of existence. Bro was a little bit of everything. He's like the true this dialogue as well. Black is the color of chaos. And we know who controls all the black in the world. So fucking cool. The visuals for this sequence. Bit of a step. Different reason. The fact that they're actively showcasing this in this anime is so good because this I'm pretty sure was largely all from the light novels. Next Soul King. This is the reason there's so many of those Ichibe's evil videos. Preserve the three worlds. He's looking for a much greater thing than a personal respect for anyone. The most Ichigo answer he could have given. The parallels between them as well, so good. Fair enough. Blood for my bone. Oh, so good. I'm so excited. Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize that in the theaters if they showed that. It's Hashwell, but all of the A's are like giant capitals for the Almighty. They did slightly expand on the Visored scene here, but I still would have liked to see a little bit more. The way they are showcasing him almost like a fucking Titan and everyone hiding around is so fun. But yeah, I think like a 90s level Keto didn't do shit against him. So oh, so cool. I think in the manga this sequence was everything that happened. Right in the nape too, just like a Titan. I do like to get to see them working together though. I fucking love the Visors. Fucking good combo attack, but unfortunate. Yeah, this is new. The beam stuff and some setting of that scene was new, but unfortunate for them, Gerald Valkyrie is an absolute fucking monster. Good block. I guess more of a counter than a straight up block. Aura. It's crazy how good Toshiro looks in the Sternritter outfit as well. Oh, that effect of the spiritual pressure turning into the wings before he activates Bonkai was awesome. Oh, right into him. God, the way that looks is so creepy. Like little worms or something. You ain't correcting shit. Weaves? It's interesting. Now that I'm thinking about it, the power scaling is actually really fun with Yhwach and Ichigo because we saw in one of the last cores before he absorbed. Oh, man. The overwhelmingness of it is so cool. But we saw Ichigo beat him without the Almighty, and then the Almighty beat Ichigo, but now with the Soul King's power, it's putting up a lot more of a fight. Oh, fuck. So cool. Oh, nice. Quick heal. The voices of the powerless for the weak. I love the look of the overwhelming black just consuming everything is so cool. Ooh, there we go. I wasn't sure if we saw that in the movie or not. I couldn't remember. The white is coming. Ooh, I like the so cool. I love the use of this spiritual pressure. Oh, so fucking cool. Okay, we still have a lot left. Okay. They threw that in, a weird place for that ending. We still have like 7 minutes of the episode left. Man, they God, the Orihime scene is so fucking good of her standing up and just having her fight with Ichigo is so good. I feel like her character's been building up to that the entire series, especially like during the like right before she got captured and she was like training with Rukia and like she was told she couldn't fight by Urahara and all of that. Like we've really been building up to this moment to get to see her, which this moment did happen in the manga and was always such a highlight. But I remember sitting in the theaters just watching Orihime stand up and it's so powerful. Getting to see her actually protect Ichigo and fight alongside him is so good. And the use of her powers is really fun. Like she's getting really good with them now. Like even if you go back and it's a real big shame that her and Chad didn't get a proper fight really in the Fullbring arc. But if you go back and look, both of those characters power scale quite a bit in that arc, like power scale upwards. Like Orihime can like do counterattacks with her shields and like she learns a lot and I like to see her actually utilizing a lot of that as well. Ain't enough. This is one of the characters I don't think anyone could really 1v1. Actually, Ichigo might be able to 1v1 someone like this because he kind of outscales. Get down. Yeah. I do hate that the visors get a little bit clouded on as usual, but I love the team up for this fight that's about to happen. It's very much a lot of the fan favorites. The little bits of comedy sprinkled in have been really appreciated too. There we go. That's also, I think, would have helped the visor scene a lot if they actually like drew blood or like wounded him like that and had him regenerate. God, these powers wild. Bigger and larger. No, he was very much normal sized. And this is the biggest he's ever been before. That is actually kind of one of our uh upsides is he's technically really never fought in this form before like this. I'm actually surprised Kenpachi's still just trying to rush it. It fits him to a T, but this is did not work out well for him last time when he tried to do that against Pernita. Yeah, it wouldn't be much better than the Meteor. Probably worse at this point. The just strength of Kenpachi is wild. There is a reason he's a special threat out of the three of them, though. Damn. Impressive block by that shield, to be honest. I love the way he keeps his sword in his shield as well. Ozarashi. So fucking cool. Interesting dialogue guy. I'm right here too. Doesn't exist. Because that was the theory around Ichigo's Shikai as well, was he was a constant release type. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. The fact that his fucking weapon reflects damage instead of like absorbing it. Oh, smart. Working together. Oh, not so smart. I thought they were just knocking away. People's wishes into reality. Those fears forged from the hopes of the people. It's funny because I saw a lot of people when he first showed up, they were clowning on him in like reactions and stuff because he's like very much like a Thor type character. But knowing, like, the fact that both him and Askin are such, like, top dogs, it was really satisfying to see, everyone get to this point. Oh, what's the poem? I will transform this life of mine. Was that Kenpachi's Zanpakuto? That artwork is so good. Man, I really, really love this episode. I swear I seen people on Twitter saying this was the weakest episode. I really don't think that's the case at all. Like, maybe the animation's a little bit weaker, but, like, the actual content of the story and seeing these moments adapted are, like, so fun. The only complaint also the Ichibe stuff, the focus on it in the anime is so welcomed. Because this also finishes off one of my only other problems I had with the manga. Like, despite, like, I know some people want, like, a lot of, like, the ending to change, like, wildly, I think it's largely gonna stay the same because a lot of the problems with ending have already been solved. Like, there's one little, like, issue or thing I'm interested to see how they adapt, but I think for the most part, they did such a fantastic job, like, showing Yuha's motivations, his, like, backstory a little bit. I would like maybe one more flashback with Yuha when he, like, when, like, this world first began and, like, 'cause we got a little tease of him, like, aging up and then, like, down and, like, I have some questions about that, and this whole scene is very interesting as well because this is the location where the blood oath sacrifice happened to release the power of the other, Squad Zero members, so he might be possibly reviving the Squad Zero members at this point, um or he's messing around with the black and the powers and could also just be setting up for Ichigo to become the Soul King or something like that. Um, Very interested to see how that plays out. And then more Hashwell and Uryu stuff was so good. And there was something I wanted to talk about. The Orihime is really good, but um, there was something earlier on I wanted to go back to. I can't. Oh, yeah, yeah. My one like complaint, disappointment is they adapted this moment pretty well with all the Visoreds, but this has always been maybe one of the weaker aspects because there's just so many characters, and this is such a big threat that they're kind of just relegated to trying to fight him and failing, which I'm generally more okay with than most people. Like, I don't have a problem with what happened with Rose and Kensei and then Renji coming in. I think that's fine. Like, people complain about that scene way too much, in my opinion. This is a little bit more lackluster. The way they literally did no damage to him, which makes sense logically, but it would have been cool to see them all working together and maybe taking off an arm or two, um, or just like caused a big wound and made him like get stronger a little bit. Um, like even if they repurposed that scene of Kenpachi cutting off his arm and gave that to them instead, I think it might work a little bit better. Um, But as much as I am kinda complaining, I do love the little teamwork sequence we do get. This is largely from the manga. There is a little bit of added content, but not as much as some of us manga readers are kind of expecting or hoping for them. But the actual, like, teamwork between Toshiro, Byakuya, and Kenpachi is so fun. That fight in the manga, there's some really awesome moments. It doesn't have the best conclusion of, the Sternritter fight, so I'm hoping that changes. I'm interested to see how it would because it can't be as simple, I don't think, as just like Kenpachi landing a really good hit because kind of spoilers, but he essentially gets taken out by Yuha and not like fully by all three of them. They're kind of just holding him down and keeping everyone else safe for then. And like they get to a part where they like cut him open and it's the part of the Soul King. And then Kenpachi was not able to cut that. And I'm pretty sure on Club Outside, Kubo mentioned that Kenpachi wasn't strong enough or, like, um, you can beat him if you cut that, but the fact that Kenpachi isn't strong enough, I'm very interested to see if they change anything or just allow Kenpachi to be that strong. Um, just how they adapt that sequence, because I think that fight might be changing. I think we also might get some more stuff on the ground floor with Lily Barrow and his like bird form that he's like currently in now with like all of the different ones, like just the light birds everywhere. I think we might see a little bit more of that. Either we'll touch on with the Fullbringers, or we'll get a little bit more of Izuru, um, Hira, as well as his actual name. Uh, we'll probably see a little bit more of that. I'm expecting, and then for the most part, like we've solved a lot of the big battles. Like at this point, I think we essentially just have the main one, and then we have Hashwalt and Uryu, and then we have the Gerard Valkyrie fight, and then I guess Lily Barrow down on the ground. But that's in the manga. We've seen, I think, mostly everything from that fight. I think there's one scene of him getting like absorbed by Yhwach or something like that. Um, but yeah, fantastic episode. I would love to know your guys' favorite moments. Is it like me, where it's that Orihime sequence where honestly, I absolutely love the Orihime sequence. The Ichibe stuff is really fun too. I also love Ichigo's response because there's always been like this part of the community that like really goes into like the Ichibe's evil and like wants Ichigo to like fight against them and like turn against the Soul Society and things like that. But I love Ichigo's response to that. It really shuts down so many of those thoughts because Ichigo's like, fuck it. If it's gotta be what it's gotta be, I'm gonna do it and worry about it later. I really respect Ichigo as a character, and I love we already have so many great moments and like everything but the rain is a good moment for Ichigo, and like there was a lot of good stuff in the manga. I feel like his characterization has been even better in the anime in this final arc, and he's just got a lot more screen time. Both Uryu and Ichigo are sorely missing from the manga in the Thousand Year Blood War arc. They're largely not a lot to do. Like they both get like one or two fights, and that's about all. Ichigo technically gets a couple, but they're really like short or like short lived, and then it's a lot of like just against Yhwach. Like I think he has three battles in the manga against Yhwach in the first invasion, that small one, which was extended in the anime, and then when he goes up to the palace, maybe four fights because there's also the final fight as well. But like his interactions with Yhwach and just like the bigger plot and some of the additional Squad Zero content we got, it really fleshed out both of those characters, both Uryu and Ichigo. It's felt the arc has felt a lot more about them than in the manga it ever did. It felt a lot more like just a war, and we were focusing on like all the different Soul Reapers, and every once in a while we would focus on Ichigo and Uryu, but it never got as enough focus as it deserved. Also, that sequence of Toshiro going Monkai was so cool. I don't remember if that was because there has been some changes in the theaters. Um, I wonder if that was the same, because if so, I maybe just wasn't focusing on that or didn't notice. But so cool that like his spiritual pressure or Ryatsu like forms into it and then becomes the Bankai. It's just a fun little detail. And then we have the tease of Ichigo's sword and awakening it and like turning the white, which is so cool. I couldn't remember if we got that in the movie or not, but we definitely did. And then yeah, all these three teaming up every single episode from now on. I'm going into blind besides as a manga reader, like I've never seen them before. And I won't lie, I'm probably going to be glazing the absolute hell out of these next couple episodes. And I imagine my discussions is going to drastically increase in length because I have kind of already talked about some of these episodes and I have seen them before. So it's a little bit less to discuss. And these were largely very close to the manga. There was a bit of new stuff here and there, but for the most part, this is like adapted straight up out of the manga. Uh, Going forward with just how little content we actually have in the manga versus episode count, I'm very interested to see how this plays out. But if you guys enjoyed this watch along, you can subscribe to my channel. I'll have Bleach coming until we finish this series, and then I have a lot of other different content on my channel, be for video games or anime or whatnot. I kind of just post whatever I'm enjoying at the moment. And if you guys have any series recommendations or anything like that from a watch along, feel free to leave those in the comments as well. But other than that, I'll catch you guys all later, and peace.